Does God heal emotional problems? This is a really important question. I get emails from people all the time who are frustrated, disappointed, and confused as to why God has not answered their prayers to heal them of their emotional problems, but more importantly, the people that they're in relationship with. They're wondering why God hasn't changed this person, hasn't helped the relationship, why things aren't getting better. You know, we really have to face the truth about this. We know that God sometimes miraculously heals people of physical diseases, but not all the time. In fact, not most of the time. Most of the time, we have to go to the doctor, we have to do what we need to do, if we got cancer, we need to go through chemotherapy, and we can pray and ask God to help us during that process and direct the doctors and help our body do what our body's supposed to heal. But most of the time, there isn't that miraculous healing. But in relationships, we're often desperate and the person isn't changing. And so we're praying and we're asking God, change this person, heal this person, take this away from me, take all this gunk, take all this emotional pain, problems from my past, the leftovers of that. And we want it to just instantly go away, but it doesn't work that way with emotional problems. First of all, emotional problems are complicated. They have to do with our past experience, our habitual behavior, our relationship dynamics, our personalities, which are inborn, our unconscious and conscious drives and impulses, our brain neurochemistry, our deep emotions, our perceptions, our thoughts, our memories, and much, much more. These are all intricate things that are a part of who we are. It's a part of our experience. And change has to happen at many levels when we're looking at changing emotional problems, and with awareness and the intent and the motivation and the desire and changing habits and working through the difficult emotions and problems. God works in his universe in an orderly way. Again, change has to happen because we choose it, because we want it, because we're motivated, and we have to assent to that. And God doesn't violate our free will and make us do things that we don't want to do. So when we're praying for this person we desperately care about and ask God to change them, this person has to want to change. They have to be involved in that decision to change. And the other one is really important too. We live in a fallen world. We live in a world that's affected by sin, affected by problems, affected by pain and hurt, and all the residual for that. Romans 8:19-23 says, "For the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed. For the creation was subjected to frustration, not by its own choice, but by the will of the one who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be liberated from its bondage to decay and brought into the freedom and glory of the children of God." We know that the whole creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth right up to the present time. Not only so, but we ourselves who have the first fruits of the Spirit groan inwardly as we eagerly wait for the adoption to sonship, the redemption of our bodies. That is telling us that even though we're saved, even though we're Christians, we're still in a fallen world. We're affected by the sin and the decay and the problems in the world. And one of those things is our emotional problems. And as a result, our relationships. Why is this important? It's really important because the way that you respond to the problems in your relationship needs to be realistic. It needs to be based on truth and not false hope and false expectation. So if you have emotional problems, you need to take the steps that you need to take, whether that's counseling, lay training, reaching out to someone, friend, a program, just whatever it is, you need to work on that, whether it's getting information, getting into a support group. If the other person that you're in relationship with has emotional problems, you need to look at and face the truth about that person's willingness to change. And then you need to choose how to respond accordingly. Thank you for watching this video on Change My Relationship.